So the more I start talking to myself on camera, the better I feel I get at it. But then I go like a month without doing any trips, and then I suck at it again. I think the hardest part is like just being yourself. It's really hard to be yourself when you know you're being filmed, especially when you're filming yourself. Like, it's not someone else filming you, it's like you're filming yourself. It's really hard to act normal or to feel normal. But I feel like the more, if I just keep doing it like that, it'll just start to feel more natural and I can just be more myself. Alright, so hopefully that's focused in. The last shot wasn't even focused. I wonder if it'll automatically zoom or focus in on me. Yeah. Maybe. Alright, so hopefully that's focused in. The last shot wasn't even focused. Shitty thing about this camera is I can't actually turn the screen around to see how it looks when it's facing myself. So anyways, we're getting started on this trip. Me and Weston are going out Friday night, Saturday night. Just gonna do kind of like a chill trip. It's not gonna be anything crazy, no crazy off-roading. Probably hit like Tin Cup Pass, St. Alma, whatever it is, kind of west of Buena Vista. Try out the mountain bike a little bit, so I'm getting into mountain biking. I suck at it, so whatever, but I'm gonna do it a little bit. I got it on the back. We got the new gearing finally, that's installed. Talk a little bit about that more later. 4.56 gears, trifecta tune, and then new bike rack, new bike, and new tent. But it's sort of new. I mean, this will be probably the third video it's in, so. Yeah, I'm excited. It's pretty packed, a lot of traffic right now out here, so you can turn around and see tons of traffic kind of going out Highway 24 heading west, so I wonder how long it's going to take us. I just love all these huge aspen trees. It's like makes you kind of feel like you're in a jungle, but it's not a jungle. It's like a Colorado jungle. Oh, I love them. So there's a moose out there. Let's see it. I don't know that I've ever So we finally made it to the spot. Pretty crowded this weekend, even though we got out here pretty early. So we had to drive for a while. The road started getting a little bit worse, and then you know, that's when the spots started showing up because nobody wants to drive on the rough roads. Lily's enjoying it. It's a pretty good area, nice little open, but surrounded by trees. So let's look at what we got here kind of for the steps. So we got the mountain bike here. So this is an Alchemy bike. They're a company out of Golden, Colorado, so they make all their bikes there at their shop. I just got this not that long ago, so I'm not very good at it or anything, but I hope to get pretty good. And then sitting on a Thule bike rack, so this is just kind of hitch system. It's lock, you know, it locks down there, so there's a little key and everything. You'll see it right here. So basically that thing, when it's locked, it'll just spin freely and you can't untighten it. And then when you put it in, unlock it, and then you can untighten it, and then it releases its grip from the hitch. It's got little roller wheels down there. And then one of the things that I particularly like about this is so as you can see, like if I want to leave the bike on there but I need to get inside of this stuff in the bed, I won't be able to open the door. But this one, you just latch here, it angles it out now, so you can kind of see here how that looks. And then now I have just enough space. Wow. So you gotta move this. Now I have just enough space to open the bed. The only kind of part that I don't like is I have to basically access everything from the side. I can't stand in front. So that's kind of the only negative downside. I also brought the longboard because you never know when you're going to be running through the town. A lot of mosquitoes out here too, actually. Weston's down there with his kids. There's a little creek. Let's walk down to the river. Creek. I wonder what constitutes, how big does a creek have to be before it turns into a river? I don't know. Really? Jeez, it's like a bog. Of course. Very beautiful down here though. Oh, wow. Come on, get out of the water. I'm already getting bit by mosquitoes. I put a bunch of mosquito spray on. First of all, I think the DEET's probably bad for your skin. I always try to get the ones that are like 20% DEET, but I think the one I have is like 50% DEET. It's like hard not to get it on your skin. But it's been raining so much here that it's just so wet, and there's mosquitoes everywhere you go. Every camp spot, every mountain range I've been to now, they're just full of mosquitoes, so bug spray is a must. So this is kind of what I bring. This is Lily's bag. Have her food and water bowls. Electric collar. Yes, I use one of those. If you don't like it, leave a comment and tell me about it. Leash with stuff to pick up her poop. And then bag of food. She really doesn't eat that much when we're out here. So a small bag is actually usually enough, and then she'll eat a ton when we get back home. And then here's her collar. That's it. That's really all I need for her. She's pretty simple. Well, and then I got to put all this up because she gets so filthy. This kind of helps protect my seats. Definitely amazing to have this thing. Otherwise, she would just, she would destroy these seats for sure. Alright, let's take a look at the cooler today. So, got some little breakfast yogurts, little protein yogurts, some cheese packets, creamer for coffee, some steaks, and then some non-alcoholic brews. Athletic Brewing Company. These are actually pretty good, so I'm trying to lay off how much alcohol I drink, but I just like the taste of beer. So I just want craft beer, but I don't really care if there's alcohol in it. So I'm not trying to get buzzed, I just like beer. So this is kind of like a good in-between. And then I brought the small cooler just because it saves space. And then that allows me to bring the barbecue, which I I really don't like cooking on like pots and pans and cast iron, just because it makes it's a lot of mess. And when you have the grill, it just throw the meat on, take it off, put the grill away, and that's all the cleanup. There's a little camera shot. Look at her feet though, she's already gotten in the mud. She doesn't want to be on camera. Nope. And you got Weston over there with all those little boxes. He's got a bike though too. He's got a different type of bike rack. It's like what kind of bike rack would you call this? Like, what's the mount? Like, what kind of mount is that?
I don't know.
It's like top mount, I guess. Hitch, but top mount.
It was a free one, so.
Yeah, it's nice. It's quick and easy.
Yeah.
And you can get little swing arms for these. So it's like an attachment that you put down at the hitch, and it becomes like a swing arm, so you can swing it out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you can swing it out, and you don't have to take it off.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
And then you got the boat that you're gonna try out.
Yeah, if
there's
we
a lake nearby.
Hang out by the lake long enough, maybe see if we can make it work.
Yeah. Dude, I was filming myself in the truck when we were driving here.
Oh yeah.
And so the way this camera works is I can't, like, the little screen doesn't come out to where you can see it in reverse. It folds back in a weird, awkward way. It's one of the negatives for this camera.
For the Nikons, yeah.
Yeah, and it just, so I'm like thinking that I'm looking at myself and it's like not focused on me at all. It's just blurry the whole time. It's focused on random stuff.
Oh man.
So.
Well, at least maybe you got some audio on it.
It's like, I want to show you guys the gears, but I mean the gears, they're down under there. I mean, they're working great. The amount of power that I got up here now, I just keep it in normal. I mean, nothing special, and I'm going up hills. I'm at high elevation, like tons and tons of power. Trifecta tune is amazing. It keeps the RPMs just right in that power band. It feels like things are very sensitive. Like the shifting becomes very sensitive, and it's very quick to respond. It almost feels like a sports car, but without the speed, if that makes sense. If you've ever driven in a sports car, you'll know that like there's a certain feel that those cars have when you're driving them, and it's a lot more than just the speed. So they have the way the throttle responds, the way the transmission is, the gear shifting, it keeps it in the power band, and it goes down and up very quickly. So it has that kind of feel to it now, and I really enjoy it. It feels like I'm driving like a whole new truck. So very excited about that. It just took a year and a half for them to show up. But I guess it was worth the wait, so yeah.
We're gonna leave that there, bud.
Checking out Weston's little hot water shower system. How does it work?
Yeah, so this is the Jolcoco hot tap. Basically, it's got this pump here that you can draw water from whatever source. So if you got a stream, it's nice because you can just keep this thing running. If you're a little further away or you don't have it, you can just throw it into any kind of container with water. But this pump's powered by a 12 volt. It's got a pretty long cord, so if you want to like hook it up in your vehicle, it's easy. I've got this power station that just gives it that much more portability. Just hook it up to some propane. I prefer these little bottles. They say one of these will last about 45 minutes. If you get a 20 gallon, they say it lasts about 15 hours.
It's a huge difference.
I don't need a 15-hour shower, so yeah, and then it just runs through. And what's nice, you don't have to turn the pump on and off all the time. It's just got the little switch here to turn it on. You'll hear it pop and the flame comes on, and there's hot water.
Yeah, so it heats it instantly.
Yeah.
That's something that's different, because I have this little rinse kit has like a metal rod that you put inside of it, and then it heats up the container, but it takes like 20 minutes or whatever, and it heats up just what's in there.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of nice to have that instant hot water for sure. And you can just pull from whatever source, whether it's the river or your little water bucket there. It's pretty cool. Never seen that before, actually.
Yeah, and it all fits perfectly in this whole Plano box too. So it's like that's my designated
Shower
hot
box.
water box.
And you got your little extra propane too.
Yeah.
What is this for? Is this just a different?
It's just a little extra small hose, I guess.
Yeah.
You could, so it's got a little splitter on it. So if I wanted to have two of these going, I guess you could do that. I don't know. I hadn't used it, so yeah.
You gotta read the directions.
Yeah. So these
Nobody
guys,
reads the directions.
These guys have like another kit where it's like a full-on sink.
Okay.
And so you can, it's got a different attachment too that looks more like just
like a faucet.
Like a kitchen faucet.
Yeah. Dude, I saw something at REI the other day that was similar.
Yeah.
Had a little container and then it had a faucet on there with its own pump. But I don't think it was this brand. It was something else, some random thing. But it was expensive.
Yeah.
They're like 150 just for the faucet with the pump. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was, I think I paid almost $300 or somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's pretty nice though.
If you get like the full kit with like the kitchen, because the sink that it comes with is meant to like store all this in the sink.
Yeah. Dude, I wonder if you could like, if whenever you do decide to get a rack on your bed,
yeah,
if you could like have a permanent setup for that where it sits, that part sits inside of the truck bed a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you have it hooked up to, because I know you used to have like an 8-gallon water thing pipe that you made, and it's hooked up into something like that. You're pulling water from that. And then that way it's not like you don't have to set anything up. It's just already set up.
Yeah.
You just hook up your propane tank.
So they do
and then take a shower.
Mounts for these to like put on a bed rack or something if you wanted, which I may do at some point. It's got like a cover and everything. Keep it clean. Probably cleaner than this. I don't know.
I like it. It's the instant heat that got me.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter how cold the water is, it runs through there and it's hot already, like instantly.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice for sure. Because I'd have to like, it takes 2 gallons for one person to take a shower. So my whole rinse kit's filled up. Takes 20 minutes to heat the water. So that's 1 shower for one person. And then the next person's going to have to wait another 20, 25 minutes just to get, you know, the same shower. So it's a lot slower.
Yeah.
How many days are we staying?
The little kiddo bikes. And the Coleman Grill. So the stand is actually kind of nice when it's out, but the problem is these legs, they're not very compact, and so they take up a lot of space in the bed. So that's not ideal. I'm about to buy a new one. The Coleman makes basically the same thing, but it doesn't have any legs, so it just lays flat. I'll probably just buy that, because that way I can store it really easily. It'll be a lot easier to use. Here's dinner. Some grass-fed steak. Just cooked it on the barbecue. If you don't already know, grass-fed tastes a lot different than just normal. A lot better. And then some A1. Just because I love A1 that much. Not bad. Got the camp lights up too.
Why is this light so bright?
So we can see. The little print she's got. Got a little chilly last night, actually. I only slept with my rumple blanket. That's it. I don't even have a little. This is the mattress that the tent comes with. Kind of want to get like a cover for it, just to help keep it cleaner. But I think tomorrow night I'm probably gonna bring out another blanket. And this is what's for breakfast. There's some yogurt. I think I'll take the chair and go sit down by the river. There's a river right down there. Just eat some yogurt and relax. It's nice listening to the sound of the river sometimes. And here we are, we're just gonna chill and listen to the river. Lily's being a good girl. At least she is for now. This is nice. Blackberry coffee this time. I usually do Model Citizen, but I ran out. And I can just get that at King Soopers. French press. Using this Vissel grinder to grind my beans. I've had this probably for about 2 years now. Works really well. Pretty happy with it. No issues. Got the whole setup here. It is kind of annoying having the bike here. It kind of blocks my access to the rear of the truck, but I don't know. You can't have it. You can't have 100% always, so it is nice that this thing cants out like that so that I can get the tailgate open. I think we might just stay here one more night.
Pretty calming spot you got here.
Yeah, it's not bad. It reminds me of that movie of River Runs Through It. I know you haven't seen it, but it's like, it's about, there's a lot of fly fishing in it, like Brad Pitt's in it. There's like these scenes, they go out into the middle of these big rivers in Montana and then they just fly fish all day. Like, that sounds like a good time. Except
Yeah.
I'd probably not catch anything.
Yeah.
My line would get caught up all the time and I'd keep having to retie my line.
Yeah.
It gets hot really quick too. The sun's like beating on me, I'm like sweating. It's only like 10:30 I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's still morning. What you need to do is just go set your chair like right here in the shade.
The shady side. Maybe like
Keep your
right there in the
toes.
middle.
Dip your toes in the water that have it right there in the sandbank.
See if you can get those little gold shimmerings on there. I don't think it's gold, but
Yeah. Pyrite, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it kind of looks like some little gold speckles in the water there.
Like giving you that mountain meadow feel, you know?
Yeah, it's great.
I went back into town. We're probably like 40 minutes away from Buena Vista, so I decided to go back in, get some cell service so I could respond to some business stuff. And then I actually ended up splurging a little bit. I got a big pizza, I had a beer, then I had a whiskey sour, so it was kind of nice. I got an Americano too, and then now we're back out here at the camp spot. Weston and the kids are at still playing on the lake, so I think I'm just going to use this time to take a nap. Might use one of these little hammocks over here. I'll show you. So the creek is this way. Okay. But there's like this intermittent stream over here. Almost like a little boggy area. A little quieter. Some little mini waterfalls. Should probably let Lily out. Lily's had a long weekend. She puked in the truck. She was eating. She must have been eating a bunch of pine cones or something because she just puked up a bunch of pine needles. Very conveniently, right, Lily? How convenient. Hey, look at the camera. How convenient. Gosh. Alright guys, so I decided to get up pretty early and head out from the campsite, and I don't know why, but ever since I've been camping, when I'm leaving, I like to listen to that song from the Titanic called Hymn to the Sea with the bagpipes and everything. So you're just going through the mountains, climbing down this road, the sun's coming up, and you're listening to this great like bagpipe song. And that's what I'm listening to right now, but I can't obviously play it for you because copyright and all that for YouTube. But anyways, that's it, man. You guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more of this stuff, go ahead and subscribe. It supports the video and the channel, so I really appreciate it.